Dear learners, I am Dr. Meenu Bhatnagar from the Center of Russian Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. I welcome you all to this course on Basics of Russian Communication Skills Part 2. In this module, you will learn about the future tense in Russian. You have already learnt about the present tense and the past tense in the previous modules. Now you will learn about the future tense and how to use the verbs in future tense. The future tense denotes an action that takes place in the future. In other words, an action that takes place after the moment of speaking. There are two forms of future tense in Russian. They are called simple and compound forms. I will repeat, the two forms of future tense in Russian are simple future tense and compound future tense. Let us begin with the compound future tense forms. The compound form is also called the imperfective form. The compound future tense forms is formed with the help of auxiliary verb which and the infinitive verb. The compound future tense forms are formed with the auxiliary verb which and the infinitive. The formula for the use of compound future tense is a personal pronoun or a noun which is a subject followed by the conjugated verb which means to be, followed by the infinitive form of the imperfective verb. The conjugated form of the auxiliary verb is followed by the imperfective infinitive. So the verb describing the action is used in the infinitive form. Let us now learn the conjugation of the verb which means to be. Which means to be. The auxiliary verb which must be conjugated with the appropriate suffixes. The verb to be is an irregular verb in Russian, so its stem is slightly modified in the future tense. The conjugation of this verb is as follows. Я буду, which means I will. Ты будешь, which means you will. Он будет, which means he will. Она будет, which means she will. Оно будет, which means it will. Мы будем, we will. Вы будете, it means you will, the formal as well as plural form. Они будут, which means they will. I will repeat. Я буду, ты будешь, он будет, она будет, оно будет, мы будем, вы будете, они будут. Let us repeat one more time because this is the form that you will be using to use the verbs in future tense. Я буду, ты будешь, он будет, она будет, оно будет, мы будем, вы будете, они будут. So these are the forms of the verb which means to be. Let us now convert the verb читать, which means to read, in future tense. Let us see how it can be used in future tense. So when you use the verb читать, which is an imperfective verb, you will have to use the conjugated form of the auxiliary verb быть. So first you will use the conjugated form of the verb быть and you use chitaj in the infinitive form. So chitaj will remain unchanged. You have to remember, when the two verbs are being used together, then the first verb will be conjugated, and the second verb, which denotes the action, will remain in the infinitive form. So the future tense of the verb chitaj in the compound form would be ya budu chitaj. Ya is the pronoun, the personal pronoun, followed by the conjugation of the verb buit, ya budu, followed by the infinitive form of the verb, the imperfective verb, which is chitaj. So ya budu chitaj. The future tense form of the verb chitaj would be, for pronoun ya, it will be ya budu chitaj. We can make a sentence like this: ya budu chitaj jornal, which means I will read a journal, or I will be reading a journal. Let us see the conjugation further. Ti budish chitaj jornal. Ti plus the ti followed by the conjugated form of the verb buit, budish, followed by the infinitive form of the verb chitaj. So ti budish chitaj. Ti budish chitaj means you will read or you will be reading. Ti budish chitaj jornal, which means you will be reading or you will read a journal. On budit chitaj. On, the pronoun, followed by the conjugated form of the verb buit, followed by the infinitive form of the verb. On budit chitaj jornal, it means he will be reading a journal or he will read a journal. Ana budit chitaj jornal. She will be reading the journal or she will read the journal. Mui budim chitaj jornal. Mui, again the personal pronoun, followed by the conjugated form of the verb buit, followed by the infinitive form of the verb, the second verb. So mui budim chitaj jornal, it means we will be reading a journal, or we will be reading a journal, or we will read a journal. Vui budice chitaj jornal. Vui, followed by the conjugated form of the verb buit, vui budice, followed by the infinitive form of the verb chitaj, vui budice chitaj jornal. You will be reading a journal or you will read a journal. Ani budu chitaj jornal. It means they will be reading a journal or they read a journal. Ani budut chitaj jornal. You can easily replace these pronouns by nouns, by names of persons. For example, Ivan budit chitaj jornal. Ivan is a name of a boy, so you will use the auxiliary verb in the form of on, which will be conjugated just like on. Ivan budit, on budit, Ivan budit chitaj jornal. Natasha и Ivan budut chitaj jornal. Natasha и Ivan ani. And therefore the form of the verb that you will be using for buit will be budut. Natasha и Ivan budut chitaj jornal. Let us repeat once again the future tense form, the compound future tense form of the verb chitaj. Ya budu chitaj jornal. Ti budish chitaj. On budit chitaj. Ana budit chitaj. Mui budim chitaj. Vi budice chitaj. Ani budut chitaj. Let us now make the compound future tense form of the verb делать. Делать means to do. Делать домашнее задание means to do homework. Now how to use this verb in future tense? We will be using it in the similar manner by conjugating the forms of the verb być and using the infinitive form of the verb dzielać. As you can see, ja budu dzielać, which means I will be doing or I will do. Ja budu dzielać домашнее задание, it means I will be doing the homework or I will do the homework. Ty budeš dělać. Ty budeš dělać is you will do, you will be doing the homework. On будет делать домашнее задание, it means he will be doing the homework or he will do the homework. Она будет делать домашнее задание. Она будет делать домашнее задание, it means she will be doing the homework or she will do the homework. Мы будем делать домашнее задание. We will do the homework or we will be doing the homework. Вы будете делать домашнее задание. You will be doing the homework or you will do the homework. Они будут делать домашнее задание. They will be doing the homework or they will do the homework. John будет делать домашнее задание. It means John will be doing the homework or John will do the homework. Seema будет делать домашнее задание. John was on, so John будет. Seema она, Seema будет делать домашнее задание. So let us repeat the conjugation, the future tense form of the verb делать. Я буду делать. Ты будешь делать. Он будет делать. Мы будем делать. Вы будете делать. Они будут делать. Let us conjugate the verb писать in future tense. Писать means to write. It is an imperfective verb, so the future tense form will be the compound future tense form, which will be formed by using the conjugated form of the auxiliary verb быть followed by the infinitive form of the verb писать. So, я буду писать, I will be writing or I will write. Let us use the phrase писать письмо. So, I will be writing a letter or I will write a letter would be я буду писать письмо. You will be writing a letter or you will write a letter will be ты будешь писать письмо. Ты будешь писать письмо. Он будет писать письмо. It means he will be writing a letter or he will write a letter. Она будет писать письмо. It means she will be writing a letter or she will write a letter. Мы будем писать письмо. We will be writing a letter or we will write a letter. Вы будете писать письмо. You will be writing a letter or you will write a letter. Они будут писать письмо. It means they will be writing a letter or they will write a letter. So, the compound future tense form of the verb писать would be я буду писать. Ты будешь писать. Он будет писать. Она будет писать. Мы будем писать. Вы будете писать. Они будут писать. Let us use the verb работать in future tense. Работать means to work. Работать is also an imperfective verb. The future tense form of this verb will also be formed in the similar manner by conjugating the verb быть followed by the infinitive form of this verb работать. So I will work would be я буду работать. Я буду работать means I will work or I will be working. Let us add the phrase каждый день to it. Каждый день means every day. So, я буду работать каждый день, it would mean I will be working every day. Ты будешь работать. it means you will be working or you will work. On будет работать, he will work or he will be working. Она будет работать, she will work or she will be working. Мы будем работать, we will work or we will be working. Вы будете работать, it means in English, you will be working or you will work. Они будут работать, it means they will be working or they will work. Let us repeat this by using the phrase каждый день. Я буду работать каждый день. It means I will be working every day or I will work every day. Ты будешь работать каждый день. Он будет работать каждый день. Она будет работать каждый день. Мы будем работать каждый день. Вы будете работать каждый день. Они будут работать каждый день. Let us conjugate one more verb in future tense. The verb is завтракать, which means to have breakfast. Завтракать means to have breakfast. The compound future tense form of this verb is also made in the similar manner by using the auxiliary verb быть followed by the infinitive form of the verb that denotes the action. So я буду завтракать. Я буду завтракать means I will have breakfast or I will be having breakfast. Ты будешь завтракать, it means you will have breakfast or you will be having breakfast. Он будет завтракать, it means he will be having breakfast or he will have breakfast. Она будет завтракать, it means she will be having breakfast or she will have breakfast. Мы будем завтракать, it means we will have breakfast or we will be having breakfast. Вы будете завтракать, it means you will be having breakfast or you will have breakfast. Они будут завтракать means they will be having breakfast or they will have breakfast. Let us repeat this by adding the phrase в 9 часов. В 9 часов means at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock. So if we add this to our sentence, how can we say that I will have my breakfast at 9 o'clock? It will be in Russian. Я буду завтракать в 9 часов. It means I will have the breakfast at 9 o'clock. Ты будешь завтракать в 9 часов. It means you will have your breakfast or you will be having your breakfast at 9 o'clock. Она будет завтракать в 9 часов. Он будет завтракать в 9 часов. Мы будем завтракать в 9 часов. Вы будете завтракать в 9 часов. Они будут завтракать в 9 часов. So, here the use of завтракать in future tense. Let us conjugate one more verb in compound future tense. Смотреть. Смотреть means to watch. Смотреть in future tense form will be used with the help of the auxiliary verb быть. So the forms will be same. Я буду смотреть. The formula would be same. Я буду смотреть. It means I will be watching or I will watch. Ты будешь смотреть, which means you will be watching or you will watch. Он будет смотреть. It means he will be watching or he will watch. Она будет смотреть. It means she will be watching or she will watch. Мы будем смотреть. It means we will be watching or we will watch. Вы будете смотреть. It means you will be watching or you will watch. Они будут смотреть. It means they will be watching or they will watch. Let us add the word film. and make a sentence in future tense by using the verb смотреть. So if we have to say I will be watching a film, then we can make a sentence like this. Я буду смотреть фильм. Я буду смотреть film. It means I will be watching a film or I will watch a film. Ты будешь смотреть film. It means you will be watching a film or you will watch a film. Он будет смотреть film. It means he will be watching a film or he will watch a film. Она будет смотреть film. It means she will be watching a film or she will watch a film. Мы будем смотреть film. It means we will be watching a film or we will watch a film. Вы будете смотреть film. It means you will be watching a film or you will watch a film. Они будут смотреть film. It means they will be watching a film or they will watch a film. We'll quickly revise this. Я буду смотреть, ты будешь смотреть, он будет смотреть, мы будем смотреть, вы будете смотреть, они будут смотреть. We can use another verb, повторять, in future tense form. The verb повторять can also be used in future tense by using the conjugated form of the verb быть and followed by the infinitive form of the verb повторять. So, the verb повторять means to repeat, to revise. To use it in future tense, the forms will be я буду повторять. Я буду повторять means that I will be revising or I will revise. Ты будешь повторять, it means you will be revising or you will revise. Он будет повторять, it means he will be revising or he will revise. Она будет повторять means she will be revising, she will revise. Мы будем повторять, it means we will be revising or we will revise. Вы будете повторять, it means you will be revising or you will revise. Они будут повторять, it means they will be revising or they will revise. Let us use this by adding a phrase новые слова. Новые слова means new words. So if we have to make a sentence that I will be revising new words, then we can say that in Russian like я will be revising, я буду повторять новые слова. I will be revising new words in Russian would be я буду повторять новые слова. Ты будешь повторять новые слова? It means you will be revising new words. Он будет повторять новые слова. Она будет повторять новые слова. Мы будем повторять новые слова. Вы будете повторять новые слова. Они будут повторять новые слова. Показывать. The next verb is показывать. It means to show. The conjugated form of the auxiliary verb быть will be followed by the infinitive form of the verb показывать to use this verb in future tense. Я буду показывать, ты будешь показывать, он будет показывать, мы будем показывать, вы будете показывать, они будут показывать. It means я буду показывать means I will be showing or I will show. Ты будешь показывать means you will be showing, you will show. Он будет показывать means he will be showing or he will show. Ana будет показывать means she will be showing, she will show. Мы будем показывать, we will be showing, we will show. Вы будете показывать, you will be showing, you will show. Они будут показывать means they will be showing, they will show. We can add the phrase свои фотографии, that means their photographs, with this verb, and make the sentence like this. Я буду показывать свои фотографии. It means I will be showing my photographs or I will show my photographs. Ты будешь показывать свои фотографии. Он будет показывать свои фотографии. Она будет показывать свои фотографии. Мы будем показывать свои фотографии. Вы будете показывать свои фотографии. Они будут показывать свои фотографии. Let us use the next verb покупать, which means to buy, in the future tense. Покупать means to buy. The future tense form will be formed by using the auxiliary verb быть followed by the infinitive form of the verb покупать, which denotes the action. So the future tense form would be я буду покупать, ты будешь покупать, он будет покупать, она будет покупать, мы будем покупать, вы будете покупать, они будут покупать. It means to buy. Я буду покупать means I will buy, I will purchase or I will be buying. So я буду покупать торт и шоколад means I will be buying a cake and chocolate. A cake and a chocolate. Ты будешь покупать торт и шоколад. It means you will be buying a cake and a chocolate. Он будет покупать торт и шоколад. It means he will be buying or he will buy a cake and a chocolate. Она будет покупать торт и шоколад. It means she will be buying a cake and a chocolate. Or she will buy a cake and a chocolate. Мы будем покупать торт и шоколад. We will buy a cake and a chocolate, or we will be buying a cake and a chocolate. Вы будете покупать торт и шоколад. It means you will be buying a cake and a chocolate, or you will buy a cake and a chocolate. Они будут покупать торт и шоколад means they will be buying a cake and a chocolate. Or they will buy a cake and a chocolate. You can replace the object торт и шоколад, cake and a chocolate by anything. Я буду покупать книгу, я буду покупать газету, ты будешь покупать молоко, она будет покупать овощи. So you can make these sentences and use the verb покупать in future tense in the similar manner. Now let us practice with some examples. Я буду читать текст. It means that I will read a text. The future tense form of the verb читать is being used in this particular sentence to denote an action which will take place later. So я буду читать текст means I will be reading a text. The next sentence is ты будешь смотреть фильм. It's a question with the use of the verb смотреть in future tense. Смотреть means to watch. Ты будешь смотреть фильм. It means will you be watching a film? The next sentence is Гита будет рассказывать о Москве. The verb used here is рассказывать, which denotes to narrate. Рассказывать the future tense form of the verb raskazivach will be again formed by the use of auxiliary verb buich. Geeta is a name of a girl, so the form used of the auxiliary verb buich will be Anna. So Geeta bujit raskazivach a Moskvе. It means Geeta will tell us about Moscow. A Moskvе means about Moscow. So Geeta will tell us about Moscow. She will narrate about Moscow. So Geeta bujit raskazivach a Moskvе. In the next sentence, the verb pakazivach is being used. Pakazivach means to show. The verb pakazivach is being used in future tense. Sergei будет показывать альбом. Альбом значит album. So to show an album, показывать альбом. Sergei будет показывать альбом is in future tense. Sergei is the name of a boy. That is why the conjugated form of the verb buich is taking the form of on. Sergei будет показывать альбом. It means Sergei will be showing an album, or Sergei will show an album. In the next sentence, the verb used is отдыхать. Отдыхать means to take rest. Отдыхать in future tense form will be used along with the auxiliary verb быть, the conjugated form of the verb быть, followed by this verb отдыхать in infinitive form. So in the next sentence, вечером мы будем отдыхать дома. It means that in the evening we will be taking rest or we will be relaxing at home. Doma means at home. So in the evening we will be relaxing at home. Вечером мы будем, we will be, мы будем relaxing or will be taking rest, отдыхать дома. Вечером мы будем отдыхать дома. In the next sentence, the verb used is работать, which means to work. Работать means to work. When we use it in future tense form, we use it with the auxiliary verb быть. So, завтра вы будете работать. Завтра вы будете работать. Will you be working tomorrow? So, the verb работать is being used in the future tense. Will you be working tomorrow? Завтра вы будете работать. The verb, auxiliary verb быть is being conjugated according to the pronoun вы. Вы будете работать. Will you be working tomorrow? In the next sentence, the verb играть is being used in future tense. Играть means to play. So when we use it in future tense, again we combine it with the auxiliary verb быть, which is conjugated according to the subject. The subject here is the pronoun они. Они будут. Они будут играть в теннис. It means they will be playing tennis, or they will play tennis. Они будут играть в теннис. The verb играть is used in the infinitive form. It does not undergo any change when it is used with the verb быть. Они будут играть в теннис. Let us do an exercise to use the verbs which are given in the bracket in future tense. The first sentence that you can see is что мы в воскресенье. The verb that you need to use is делать. Делать means to do. Делать means to do. To use this verb in future tense, you have to use the conjugated form of the verb быть. So, how will you use the verb быть? According to the subject. The subject here is the pronoun мы, and you will conjugate therefore the verb быть according to the pronoun мы. So, что мы будем делать в воскресенье? Будем plus делать. Будем followed by делать in infinitive form. So, you will use fill in the blank by using the conjugated form of the verb быть followed by the infinitive form of the verb. So, što my budem dělat воскресенье, it means what are we going to do on Sunday, or what will we do on Sunday. In the next sentence, the verb znać and učit have to be used in future tense. Now, how will you make the future tense? Ani, again you use the verb być and conjugate the verb być according to ani. Ani budut, followed by the verb in infinitive which is znać. Ani ni budut znać иностранный язык. Они не будут знать иностранный язык, если не. The next verb is учить. Again, if you have to use this verb in future tense, you will conjugate the auxiliary verb быть according to the subject ani and use the verb учить in infinitive form. So, если не будут учить слова. The sentence means if you do not know, they would not know a foreign language if they don't learn the words. So, они не будут знать иностранный язык, если не будут учить слова. So, in both the places, the verb быть, the auxiliary verb быть, is conjugated according to the pronoun ani, followed by the respective verb in the infinitive form. In the next sentence, ты, here the verb быть has to be used. So, here you will not be using any other verb, just conjugate the verb быть, ты будешь. Ты будешь дома завтра в 5 часов. It means, will you be at home tomorrow at 5 o'clock? Ты будешь, here there is no second verb. You will only be using the verb быть in the conjugated form according to the pronoun ты to convert this sentence, to use this sentence in future tense. Ты дома, it means you are at home. Ты будешь дома, will you be at home? So, ты будешь дома завтра в 5 часов, it means, will you be at home tomorrow at 5 o'clock? In the next sentence, you have to use the appropriate form of the verb быть to make the sentences in future tense. Let us see. Утром Виктор и Алексей делать домашнее задание. The verb делать has to be used in future tense. The form of the verb быть will be according to the subject. In this sentence, the subject is Виктор и Алексей. Виктор и Алексей, these are the name of two boys. Because it is two boys, we will use the form они. So, to conjugate the verb быть. Утром Виктор и Алексей будут делать домашнее задание. In the next sentence, the verb покупать will have to be used in future tense. So, the form of the auxiliary verb быть will be conjugated according to the subject, which is Maria. So, завтра Maria. Maria is a name of a girl. So, the verb быть will be conjugated according to она. So, завтра Maria будет покупать фрукты. So, tomorrow Maria will be buying fruits, or tomorrow Maria will buy fruits. Let's read the following dialogues which are in future tense. Что будут делать студенты в воскресенье? It means, what will the students do on Sunday? In the answer, it is воскресенье они будут играть в бадминтон. So, что будут делать студенты в воскресенье? What will the students do on Sunday? воскресенье они будут играть в бадминтон, which means on Sunday they will be playing badminton, or they will play badminton. So, the verb играть which means to play, is being used in future tense form with the help of the auxiliary verb być. So, ani budut igrać is future tense form of the verb igrać. Future tense use of the verb igrać. So, когда вы будете завтракать? In the next dialogue, когда вы будете завтракать, it means when will you be having your breakfast, or when will you have breakfast? Мы будем завтракать в 10 часов. Завтракать means to have breakfast. In order to use this verb in future tense, you will be conjugating the verb быть and use along with the infinitive form of the verb завтракать. Мы будем завтракать в 10 часов. It means we will be having breakfast at 10 o'clock. So let us quickly revise the tenses that you have already learnt now with the help of the verb читать, which means to read. The present tense form of the verb читать would be я читаю, ты читаешь, он читает, она читает, мы читаем, вы читаете, они читают. The past tense form for masculine, it is читать. For feminine, it is читала. For plural, it is читали. The future tense form would be я буду читать, ты будешь читать, он будет читать, она будет читать, мы будем читать, вы будете читать, они будут читать. So, я читаю, я читала, я буду читать. The perfective future. We had remember we had talked about the two forms in future tense. One was the simple form, another one was the compound form. You have just learnt the future tense in the compound form. The simple form is formed with the use of perfective verb. It is also called perfective future. The perfective future is formed by conjugating the perfective infinitive. This you will be learning in the module on aspects of verb. Dear learners, in this module you have learnt about the conjugation of the Russian verb in future tense and how it is used. I advise you to revise and write the conjugation of these verbs several times. I wish you success. Удачи вам! Спасибо!